DCEU the Batman. Your boy Ben Affleck has stepped down from being the director of the Batman.
Yep.
Why is that a big deal? Why is that a big deal, man?
It's a big deal. I don't think it's a full-on red alarm, because I feel some DC fans they're getting a little tight, and they're trying to fire back at just Marvel. I'm not sure why, but they're getting a little mad that people keep pointing it out. I don't think this means that it's a huge mistake or that things are already down in the dumps, because I think they haven't really launched. DC hasn't really figured things out yet. But what makes it, I guess, of note is the fact that this has happened quite a few times with a number of movies. Some of the
with the Flash, Wonder
Woman. Some of the movies that are supposed to come out, we don't know exactly when they come out. They're coming out. They're changing the dates. They're changing whatever it is they're gonna do. They're
adding random movies to the slate.
There are rumors that Wonder Woman was trashed by someone that was on the inside, maybe someone that worked on it. They said an insider. I don't know if you read about that.
I didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. This is just rumors. This is not confirmed, but someone said there was an insider that said that an early version of the film, watched in-house, was not well received of Wonder Woman. This is not confirming anything. This is not even my own opinion. Because let me just say that I want DC to do well. I want DC movies to do well.
For real. I mean, we grew up with those characters.
Absolutely. And I think more superhero content that's good is better.
Sure.
But for
me, it's not that I don't want them to do well. It's just that we keep pointing out that there's inherently something wrong with their approach. And that's what it is. Like, that's why, you may see us laugh or, kind of, it seems like we're even relishing in their mistakes. No. But it's more that we're like, yo, you need to fix something, DC. Yeah. Like, there's something inherently wrong with your approach. But anyway, continue.
And not just the actual creative side of things, but like the logistic side of things. It's all over the place. I mean, we've talked about this. All over the place. We've talked about this before, but I think we both agree that they need to work out a plan that works out. And maybe this is a testament to how well Marvel has done and how smart the people behind Marvel are, that maybe doing a connected universe is really not that easy to do.
No.
Because they're moving too fast, in my opinion. I think they need to slow down. Sure. They need to give their characters more time to develop in the movies. I thought...
And they need to stop guaranteeing like these future projects.
Yeah,
the original slate... I'm sorry to interrupt you. No. The original slate was, Justice League Part 1, Justice League Part 2, Batman vs. Superman, Green Lanterns in 2020, Wonder Woman, Flash, Cyborg for some god-awful reason. I don't care what anybody says. I'm a black man. I want to see representation. Cyborg does not deserve a damn movie. I don't care what anybody says. It just... he's not even like I've read the comics. I've read comics with him. Like, he's just not that compelling to me. At least outside of the Teen Titans.
Yeah.
And I'm not of the opinion that he fits in with the Justice League. R.I.P. to Martian Manhunter, who they buried, son. But anyway, let me get back to it. Aquaman was the other movie.
Yes.
Then you hear, we're thinking of, Harley Quinn was successful. Oh, yeah, they announced Suicide Squad also. Then they're like, Harley Quinn was really popular. Let's make a Gotham City Sirens movie. The Rock wants to be Black Adam. Maybe we should give the Black Adam his own movie. In addition to having Shazam. Shazam was another movie that was announced for the original slate.
Yeah.
Deadshot was pretty popular in Suicide Squad 2. And it's Will Smith. Let's give Deadshot his own movie. And I'm just like, bro, can you make a successful movie first? Like, you could argue what is success, right? Fiscally, critically, what is it? Suicide Squad made a ton of money. So I can't even hate on them banking on those two characters. I can't. But are they established enough for you to give them their own movies? There's something to go for. There's something to say for, kind of treating some of these characters with some care.
Yeah.
And not just saying, hey, let me, not being like movies for everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like, you haven't even developed your core Justice League team yet. and you out here flexing with all these characters. You know, like I don't know.
I mean, people are not gonna like what we have to say because whenever you say anything negative about DC, people get mad upset about it. But I just gotta be honest. They haven't done a good job. And this sounds like a bit of a joke. Sounds like I'm being a bit of a smartass. But I still stand by this. By the end of 2017, the best DC themed movie is going to be Lego Batman. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I stand by that firmly. That is going to be the best, the most critically acclaimed. If you look at Rotten Tomatoes or whatever, it's going to get the best scores. Maybe I'll check it out whenever I get the chance. I think it'll be the best one. I don't think whatever else is coming out this year is just not going to be good. We're getting Wonder Woman this year, aren't we?
Yeah, Wonder Woman's coming out this year.
And Justice League?
I think Justice League. Let me check that out actually before I say that.
But
before so I get blasted and basted by the people listening.
I'll just say this. Look, I was one of the people that felt that Man of Steel was decent.
By the way, Justice League is coming out this year.
Okay. Man of Steel, November. I enjoyed. I didn't think it was the best thing ever, but I didn't hate it. I thought it did what it needed to do, which is take the first step forward. Set up this universe.
Lay the groundwork.
But to go from that, and then the next movie is Batman vs. Superman, which, I mean, we could have an entirely, like a whole discussion about Batman vs. Superman some other time.
For sure.
Didn't like it. Didn't like it so much, I didn't even see Suicide Squad. Maybe I'll check it out so I can, get caught up with DC movies because we're probably going to be talking about this more. But I didn't see Suicide Squad because Batman vs. Superman was just... I didn't like it. It just wasn't good.
I ain't even going to sit here and talk smack about Suicide Squad. I'll just say critically, it wasn't well received because I haven't seen Suicide Squad. I'm not going to sit here and talk about movies I haven't seen.
Continue. It's just, who knows? We don't know. We don't work for WB. We're not behind the scenes, but this doesn't bode well. It doesn't necessarily mean that the Batman is going to be a complete disaster. I still am interested because I'm a big Batman fan. I'm still interested in seeing this Batman movie. I like Ben Affleck as Batman. I think Ben Affleck directing it was a good move. He's no longer doing so. I think they announced who was replacing him or who they... Oh, actually, no. There are rumors of who they have in mind, but I don't remember the guy's name. But this doesn't mean that it is a total disaster yet. The Flash...
Yeah, it's not all doom and gloom.
Yeah, the Flash movie seems like more of a problem, in my opinion. Because it seemed like they were going in one direction, and they were just like... They disagreed on what was going on, and then they're changing their direction, and who knows?
Yeah. When I say the Flash movie has been in the work for probably more than a decade, I'm not kidding. Like, there have been rumors of a Flash movie way before, Man of Steel was even a thing. And they consistently have problems with, keeping a writer. Mm-hmm. They've done, rewrites aren't necessarily a bad thing, but they've consistently changed up things behind the scenes. And, it's not a good look. That doesn't usually that doesn't bode well.
Yeah, I think DC's in a bad spot because they have to kind of be ahead of the game a bit since Marvel's already they started it before, they got their shit together first. So if they try to do what Marvel already did, it's not going to look as good. But when we talked at length about Batman versus Superman, we had many suggestions as to what they should have done instead. There are a number of DC storylines that are very, very good that have very, very big implications. They could have done Flashpoint. They could have done something that was more in line with The Dark Knight Returns, which is somewhat of what the premise was for Batman versus Superman. Hell, they could have done something that was like Injustice, which is Injustice 2 is an upcoming game this year. They could have done something that was more in line with that. I think that makes a little bit more sense with the darker tone that they're going for. But I think they really need, and they're not going to do this, but I really think they need to hit hard with some great DC storylines. You know what I'm saying? Storylines that have big, all the chips pushed in. They're going all in terms of who's dying, what's at stake, who they're fighting. Marvel has been much lighter, in my opinion. There hasn't really been many instances in all of the Marvel movies where you felt like the stakes were really high. Maybe a few movies here and there, but they've kept it safe. And
Yeah.
some people say that's a fault. I'm okay with that, but I would like to see DC kind of take the risk and say, we're having Flashpoint, and Aquaman isn't all that nice. Superman isn't all that nice. They did that with Batman when he was killing people. They killed Superman at the end of Batman versus Superman. Not to spoil. I mean, you already know if you're listening to this. Spoilers.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's all right. It's all right.
But
they'll be fine.
There are kernels of some good ideas there, and they want to take the more quote unquote mature route. The stories are there. The stories have been there for a long time. Take some of those stories and just push them forward with some of those characters, some of those movies.
I mean, speaking of script, Ben Affleck has repeatedly said that he wants to get the picture right rather than, forcing out the movie. And there seemed to have been kind of like a push and pull between him and, whoever's behind the scenes at Warner Brothers making a movie, where he was more about, like, he kept saying in public, it's important to get the script right. Like, we're not going to move ahead until the script is where I need it to be. And he kept saying that. Whereas, Warner Brothers, it seemed, kept wanting to hit that date. And for him to go out in public and keep saying that means something. So I just want to read his statement, courtesy of comicbook.com. Mm-hmm. His official statement saying, that he's withdrawing from directing the movie. So here we go. He says, there are certain characters who hold a special place in the hearts of millions. Mm-hmm. Performing this role demands focus, passion, and the very best performance I can give. It's become clear that I cannot do both jobs to the level they require. Mm-hmm. Together with the studio, I have decided to find a partner and a director who will collaborate with me on this massive film. I am still in this, and we are making it, but we are currently looking for a director. I remain extremely committed to this project and look forward to bringing this to life for fans around the world. And Warner Brothers, in kind, responded, Warner Brothers fully supports Ben Affleck's decision and remains committed to working with him to bring a standalone Batman picture to life.
Sounds very...
I think the most important part was...
political.
Yes, exactly. I think the most important line, and I place some emphasis on it, is it has become clear that I cannot do both jobs to the level they require. You're talking about this guy who has won awards for movies like Argo. Mm-hmm. Like, Ben Affleck has upped his director cred. And he's sitting here saying... He's sitting here and he said so much about how the Batman is important to him and how much, he wants to get the script right and, he's got to be directing it and all that. And by the way, it's worth noting he's going to still be executive producer of the film, which just means, his name is attached to it and he'll have some, creative decisions. But the idea here to me is, and this is just me speculating on it. I have no facts to back this up, believe me. But to me, it sounds, like you said, very political, where he's saying, I can't do the job that they want me to do. Mm-hmm. There's someone who's like Ben Affleck isn't sitting here saying I'm not capable of being a director. He's saying I can't be the director they want me to be. But I'm still down to do this movie, and I'm willing to have another director be in this, and maybe together we can create this vision because I can't do this by myself. And I think what it's come down to, and he says I'm looking for a partner. I think what this comes down to is he's looking for someone who either A, can bridge the gap between Warner Brothers and himself, or B, will side with him a little bit more so that creatively he adds a little bit more weight as opposed to just him going to war with Warner Brothers about this creative decisions. It's important to say that he says, I can't do, both jobs, paraphrasing, the way they require. They's like a very, what does they mean? It seems like when you say something like they, as opposed to, directly mentioning the studio, it implies there's some people back there that I can't mess with, that I'm not messing with. You know what I'm saying? That I don't, in the hood they would say that I don't F's with. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I interpret that. It just seems like very, very cold. And that's a mistake. Like, I'll tell you right now, that's a mistake. Like, I am not gonna sit here and act like I'm a huge fan of Ben Affleck Batman.
Mm-hmm.
I like I like his portrayal of Bruce Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with him as Batman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying he's not good. I just don't like the approach they took with making Batman older.
Yeah.
That was just my one gripe. I just felt like he's way too old. Like, he's way too old to tell the stories I want them to tell, which is, stories that kind of build his character, as opposed to stories that kind of flesh out his lore. I feel like he's a little too old. Like, him going out and killing, right? They're saying, the idea is, for Justice League especially, Superman's death kind of revitalized his faith in humanity. And, he's supposedly going to make a vow not to kill again or something like that. Something along those lines. Basically, he's not going to be as brutal as he became. But just like, how much more growth can this Batman have? Like, this Batman is graying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Terry McGinnis is lying in wait right now, bro. Terry McGinnis is in the back cave like, yo, fam, when you moving out? Like, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. He's a little old, man. I don't like that. Like, I want some longevity to that, man.
Not to get too much
to that character
into discussion now about Batman. I mean, I had issues with some inconsistencies with the character and where they're heading into the future. Like, for example, I know people had a problem with him killing people. I didn't. But now I
didn't even have a problem with that.
Now it seems like, oh, well, we got to do, people need to have faith in us. So we got to start the Justice League. So you're not going to kill people anymore? And then people are just going to be like, oh, you remember this dude that was going around just killing people? Like, oh, no.
Not just killing people. He was branding people, bro. He was going in.
He was branding people, and then he was like he was going to get fucked up in jail. That's what they explained, which now that I think about it, I don't quite understand. Does that mean that he has like a gang, like thugs in prison that like kill people or fuck people up that have the Bat brand on them?
I don't know.
Because I would assume that the people that are in jail because of him. They don't want to fuck with him. But anyway,
I remember hearing that in a movie. I didn't quite get it. I'm not saying that's a fault of the movie. Like, maybe I just missed it. So I'm sure there's someone, if there's anyone who wants to comment, they'll rage at us for not understanding that.
No, I mean it's. I'm pretty sure it was an inconsistency because that movie just had a lot of logical inconsistencies. It was some dumb things in the plot of that movie, but
yo, deep voice, man, you and my mom, we got the same name, son. Let's put all our differences aside, man. Our mom's got the same name, man. Martha. Let's put all. I don't want to kill you no more.
But
fam.
Yo, Hazy, we're about to fight Doomsday. Who is this woman that's with us? Oh wait,
is she with you?
Is she with you? Oh wait, she's with me? Oh, that's right.
I thought she was with you, man.
I met her before, and I talked to her, and I found out she was Wonder Woman. I thought she was with you. Oh, that's right, she's with me.
What about Lex Luthor's graphic design skills, man? Your man had all the logos for all the Justice League members perfectly ironed out before they even have like names.
Yeah, well,
he's like, yo, I don't know who this powerful woman is, but I'm gonna call her Wonder Woman. I'm gonna give her that WW logo.
He clearly
go.
Last one he did was Cyborg. He was up to like 4 a.m. doing his school project, and he was falling asleep because he gave him the shittiest logo out of all of them.
My man Lex Luthor had the perfect symbol for everybody. I'm like, damn, son. Like Lex Luthor is the crazy graphic artist right now.
But see that,
like, shout out to Lex Luthor and his branding ability.
See, that movie had so many interesting kernels, and that could have been an interesting aspect where, because at the end, it seemed like he was kind of going crazy and talking about how, I don't know, maybe alluding to Darkseid and what's the name of the other guy? It's gonna be in the next movie.
Steppenwolf,
right? Maybe he was the one that kind of saw ahead. Maybe he was the one that was like, I know there are threats out there, and I need to get these superheroes to come together, and by some crazy reason, they got to come against me. I need to be the thing that makes them come together. So once they're together, they go and fight the threats that's out there. Maybe he was orchestrating creating the Justice League or something. I don't know. Maybe that sounds... I'm thinking about it, and it sounds dumb as fuck as well, but...
It does. I'm listening to you, and I'm like, that's not really Lex Luthor. But, if that helps you feel better, man, I'm going to let you think.
I mean, just something... Because he manipulates, and maybe he was trying to manipulate them to come together or something. Maybe, but we need to rewrite the whole movie. But anyway, The Batman. ultimately, I still think it'll be all right. I don't think it's in the dumpster or in as bad a situation as The Flash or Cyborg or Shazam or maybe even Wonder Woman.
My man's gonna name all the movies in the current DC slate.
No,
right
but
now.
I'm legit. Those are the movies that I think are in some sort of trouble. And even Gotham City Sirens.
I'm not a fan of that announcement.
I mean,
at all.
You know, maybe it's just,
now people might be mad, like, "Oh, you just said you didn't see Suicide Squad. You know, you got a reason. You ain't got no reason to want to see it." I'm like, Harley Quinn to me is really just not that intriguing.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing, but I guess that's a situation where we have to, like, we're just kind of thinking about ourselves. I guess outside of the bubble that we're in, she's really, really popular.
She is popular, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't care about Gotham City Sirens. Yeah. You know what I mean? Not only that, you're talking about introducing Catwoman. Not only that, but you're talking about introducing Catwoman and Poison Ivy. You haven't even gotten Batman movie down.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just like, yo, like, Batman got no rogues right now. Yeah. He got the Joker. And I guess with Suicide Squad, he's got some of those people because allegedly he put some of those people in jail. But those ain't really his rogues. Like, with the exception of maybe Deadshot and, like, Harley Quinn.
And the Deadshot
he got, like Wiz.
I mean, I like Deadshot, but come on.
Deathstroke first.
Definitely.
Deathstroke should get it. I mean, you know what? Don't even... As I say that, as soon as Justice League comes out, Deathstroke's supposed to be in it, allegedly. Watch them drop a Deathstroke movie. Watch them announce a Deathstroke movie.
Yeah.
Watch, bro.
Yeah.
Watch them announce it. If Deathshot got a movie,
Deathstroke's definitely getting a movie.
Deathstroke's definitely getting a movie, fam. It's written in stone. Written in stone, man. Written in stone, man. I'm just saying. You could send me the Word World or something if I'm wrong.